Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone this morning? So good, I hope. So good. So I have, well, you know, I always have a million ideas. I had a giant allergy attack this morning, so I was not available immediately. Sorry about that. I have, okay. Good morning, Jewel. How are you? So I have some ideas that I want to kind of play out this morning. So, part of me wants to, oops. Well, nope, that's not the one. Here we go. Nope, not glaze. I just want a white, that souffle. Honest to goodness. I just want a white jelly roller. Tessa doesn't like when I say jelly roller because she's like, and it's just jelly roll. But I don't know. There's something about jelly roller that just kind of makes me a little bit happy. Okay, there. That's what I want. So, good morning, Keels. So I had a couple of ideas that I wanted to fiddle with, and I thought, who better to fiddle with those ideas than my artsy pals? Okay, so if you're brand new here and you don't already do all of this, if you would like, follow, subscribe, comment, share, that would be tremendous. On the following social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and then ask to follow Stitch Along with Anne Facebook group and Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group. For all things Anne and artsy, go to AnneCorbiere-ScottDesigns.com, and you're going to need 3 of my art printables this morning. So I have my village, right? You see all of the bits and bobs of that I will explain what I did there. And then Brandy, which is this series of Christmas trees. And we're going to use part of this. And then we're going to play with Card Candy 1, which has this big poinsettia and this littler one. So today happens to be National Poinsettia Day and National Gingerbread Day. So I had these ideas. Okay, let's see. So my first idea was, I was thinking about Gingerbread Day. So I'm going to cut off the, whoops, there we go. Cut off the sentiments. And then I want to, on some of these older art printables, I put cut lines, which I kind of appreciate now. Right? And it's this one in particular that I'm kind of wanting to create with this morning. Let's see. Let's trim it down. So this one is a card, obviously. Okay, so here's what my thought was. For National Gingerbread Day, so I'm thinking this is the forest, and these are the gingerbread houses, which will be like don't know, I don't know. I just had these thoughts. So I wanted to show you a couple different ways that you could make gingerbread houses out of my village. So for this one, I ran it through my mink. I foiled them with a foil called Snow Day from Thermalweb. So I ran these houses I covered them with foil, right? But then I was thinking, but what if somebody doesn't have a mink machine? How could they make these houses gingerbready? So I enter the jelly roller. So I'm thinking that cut this apart. We could add white gel pen additions to the these that were printed with black, and we'll get that same vibe. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was thinking about a couple of things. So this little cottage, what I thought would look cute. So this is going to be like the forest behind the little house, right? So I'm thinking the first thing, well, number one, the first thing we need to do is prime our pen. So let's, there we go. We're going nicely. So let's do some scallops right here. Jeff gave Shorzy one of Sophie's old chew toys that was in his office, and you know what? I'm just going to tell you, he's going to town with it. Okay, so there's that. And then what's something else that we could do? We could do, on the roof line, we could do like a wavy, frosting-y line, right? I'm kind of liking that. Oops. And we can just keep filling it up with, you know, artsy fun. Or I was thinking we could go over the black lines with the white gel pen, right? Okay, so we're going to, and this might be a bit tedious, but I think the end result will be worth it. If you do not have a foiling machine. And it kind of looks like snow, which I kind of love. Right? Oh my gosh, yesterday, you know, there's a Facebook group for everything. And there's a Facebook group for the town I grew up in, Bay City, Michigan. And it's really kind of a reminiscing, nostalgic Facebook group. Because it's a bunch of us oldies talking about things that we miss. Stores that are no longer there, 5 and dimes, and you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, somebody asked the other day if, they said, does anybody remember when they, all the downtown businesses had high school art students paint their windows? And I was like, I was one of those art students. I was one of those. Oh my gosh, it made me so happy. And so then they said, do you have any pictures? And I don't know if I do, but I would love to ask my friends, Jim Ubroth and Joe Spencer, if they did, because we are the ones that painted a window. And it's so funny because the town of Bay City did that for years, like years and years, because there's a picture of my sister and I as little girls dressed in our winter garb, standing in front of a painted window that is, it seems like maybe it's Snoopy. The artwork in the window is Snoopy. And they just talked about how they missed that, you know, the sweetness of that. And it did get me thinking about you know, so many things are so commercialized now. Like now they have professional window decorators, and the downtown of Bay City is not what it used to be, that's for sure. There were always lots of people milling around, and oh, I loved downtown Bay City, especially during the holidays, because it was just a winter wonderland of snow, lots and lots of snow. And the decorations, remember the decorations that used to hang from the light poles and the street signs? I loved those. So what do you think? I'm kind of liking this. And it's kind of fun to just do. So I'm thinking, so you do have to remember my gel pen tricks, that you just very slow, very slow, and barely touching the paper. Right? So let's do these horizontal lines. And I'm thinking we could do some enhancements. Oh my gosh. Shorzy is peeking at me over the back of the couch. He's the funniest dog. Okay, so he does like the Great British Bake Off, by the way. Let's make some buildup of snow up here. So I'm just going to, little by little, build up some snow. Make it a snowy winter wonderland. Have some snow coming down the windows. God bless you, Shorzy. Build up there. Let's have some build up here. God bless you, Shorzy. Right? Little by little, start to build up that snow. Oh, and there's going to be a lot down here on the bottom. Right? Kind of light. I'm kind of digging that. Oh, I think I have a sparkly pen. I'm not a stickles girl like you, Tam, and you and Joni. So I'm going to do stickles on the top of some of the ends of these logs. What do you think of that? Like just a little bit. Nothing. Like it doesn't have to be on every end of every log, because you know that's how snow is. It just sticks where it wants to. Anyway, do you remember your hometown growing up and how I decorated for Christmas. We had this 5 and dime called Zubas. Good morning, Kay. I am enjoying him, but I am sneezing. Like, I've had to take allergy medicine every day. He's making me sneeze like nobody's business. So I'm going to set this aside, and then let's think about how we want to paint our forest. I was thinking about, I think I'll get out my big watercolors. And but some sparkle would be pretty, wouldn't it? That is true, Tam. Okay, I'm gonna move some of these houses, and then we're gonna just think about the forest behind my little cabin. Okay, so what do I want to do? I'm thinking I want to do my trees in some shades of green, and the hearts, I'm thinking red, because red and green. Do you know what I mean? It's so funny. Tessa, I was just thinking about Tessa painted this particular background with she painted it in like gray blues, so it looked like mountains. I love that. I love that when everybody, we've talked about this, when everybody has their own interpretation of artsy, of my artwork. Do you know what I mean? Everybody sees it differently. Everybody, there we go. Get that water worked in. Has different sensibilities and different, viewpoints. You're going to see it from your life experiences. So I was listening to Mending Beautifully, and she was talking about how in December it is really hard to see. I didn't have my hand in a comfortable way, and I overshot it. I hate that. I hate that I rushed myself. Take your time. Anyway, she was talking about how difficult it is to take our time and slow down and just be during lots of times in life, but especially times like December. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so true. You know, like just December or any time that you just are feeling just overwhelmed with life, and I have to get this done and this done and this done, and we're all there, right? We all have times in our life when we do that. Anyway, she talked about that it takes some discipline to sorry, Kleenex, drippy nose, dog allergies. It takes discipline to focus on slowing down and just breathing and just being. And so she said what she does is she will set periodic alarms on her phone. And I know this is a crazy first world problem, but we are all plagued with it. She said she just sets these alarms on her phone to, as a reminder to just pay attention and notice and focus and slow down and just be. And it reminded me of, and I thought, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that because sometimes I get myself too worked up into, whatever's going on. Anyway, but it reminded me, my friend Carmen is Catholic, and she has an alarm that goes off on her phone every single day at 3 o'clock, because that's when Jesus passed. And I just thought, it's the same principle. It's the same principle that we just need to take time to just be every now and again. And we just need those little reminders. And why not use the technology that we have with us all the time, right? To just be our friendly reminder. I just thought that was brilliant. And so I will be doing that today. And maybe I just make it a habit that, like, every day at whatever time, I just remind myself to just take a minute, right? Slow down. I just loved that idea. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody? So do you like that idea? Do you think it's crap? What do you think? What are your thoughts? I'm curious. There we go. So I need to let all of these red hearts dry. But while I'm letting them dry, I'm thinking I could start painting. Well, I've got red on my paintbrush right now. I could start painting the poinsettia on the Card Candy 1 art printable. Because it's also National Poinsettia Day. And you know what's so interesting? I mean, I've always found the beauty in poinsettias, but my kid had a children's book, and it was the story of the poinsettia and how they started in Mexico, and that they're the Christmas star, and just the history. And it was illustrated by Tommy DePaula, who I just love Tommy DePaula's artwork. Anyway, who sadly we just lost, like in the last couple of years. So that's going to set aside. Okay. Now I have this poinsettia. Let's cut that out from the Card Candy 1. And can I tell you how much I love this poinsettia? Because I drew it on text, and I drew it on French text. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Oh, everybody, let's take a drink. Don't you love Tommy DePaula? Oh my gosh. I'll find that storybook and I'll share it. Okay. So now let's start painting the leaves of this poinsettia. And I've got a very small brush. And I know that's going to drive Keely crazy, but it's just what I grabbed this morning. And I love, look at how pretty it is with that, when that text shines through. I love combining text and drawing. I love I don't know, there's just something about that for me. Well, we have a wet red paintbrush. We should take advantage of that and paint a poinsettia. And I printed this on, I should have said, I'm so sorry. I printed Brandy, the art printable with the trees, with all the Christmas trees, and this Card Candy 1 on 90-pound cardstock. I printed my village on some craft cardstock. Oh, thank you so much, Keels. I love the Michelle one too because that has more French text. Shorzy, no, babe. Okay. Remember, turn that substrate. It's not nailed down and your hand will be more comfortable. Remember what just happened with that heart? Because I wasn't minding my hand. Do you know what I mean? Shorzy, no, babe. I was telling Jeff, so Jeff got home from Puerto Rico last night, and I was telling him, I go, you know what's so funny? I feel like I'm doing daycare, only it's doggy daycare now, because I send pictures to Bo Tyler, just like I used to send pictures of him to his mom. It's so funny. Turn. I just love taking time to create these little bits of fodder. Keely, I got your beautiful Christmas card yesterday. Thank you. I just love Christmas cards in the mailbox, and I told myself this year I have to send them. I used to send them faithfully every year, and then my life got a little bit topsy-turvy with some stuff, and then I didn't, and now I'm feeling like, nope, you know what? It's time. Okay. Shut up. Look at that gorgeous poinsettia. I love it so much. So let's set that aside to dry. And I'm going to clean my brush. And now, before I start green, because everything's still wet, I wanted to talk about how we can add little, so these are the ones that I foiled, right? So let's cut some of these apart. So they already have all the white, right? But wouldn't it be cool if we added some, okay, So I have this green. I thought I had a deeper green. Guess not. Oh, maybe it's in, oh. Maybe it's in this bag because I took colored pencils and, you know, I gotta take everything with me and then use nothing every time I travel. But what if I might need it? But now I found, when I was back home, I found a set of watercolors that I had given my mom that she never even opened. Mother. Anyway, I found those. And so I was thinking then maybe I don't need to. Oh, I forgot about the hop pens. I do have those right here too. Honest to Pete. This is fun to watch, isn't it? Sorry, you guys. Sorry. Okay. Let's put all these colored pencils back in this bag. Okay. I do have my hot pens right here. I have so many cups of pens, you would laugh your head off. And a whole bunch of them came from Keeley. A whole bunch. Okay, so here's my hot pens. So I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to do stuff like, are you ready for it? Make a wreath on this front door. So let's just do some dots, some green dots. Around and around and around. And then we can do some other dots to just kind of grow that wreath. Right? And we just wanted to get like the basic shape. And then what if we came in with another green, because I have kind of a few different greens here. Like once that's dry, what if I came in with another green for a little bit of dimension? Thanks for reminding me about the matte hops, Keels. Then I'm just adding bits of this other green for dimension. Look at how Christmassy that looks. Look at how Christmassy that looks. I just love it. And I was also thinking we could make it even more Christmassy because this house happens to have shutters. So what if we made those shutters red? Right? Just fill that in. Can I tell you, I could do this stuff all day long. I do have other things I'm supposed to do, but this just slows me down and oh, makes me so happy. Oh, so yesterday I was talking in my Stitch Along group, and I was mentioning that I happened upon this new band, and Peg, I think you would like it. Keels, you too. They are called the Red Clay Strays. Have either of you heard of them? Oh my gosh. They have this song called Wondering Why. You just need to give it a listen. I'll try and post it in the Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group I'll try and see if I can get I can post a link to their, that song. I've been listening to it nonstop. So much so that I bought the album. Oh my gosh, Kay, they're so good. They're so good. The Red Clay Strays. They're kind of old country, kind of remind me a little bit of Chris Stapleton, his kind of style of music. A little bit. Okay. Stop it, you guys. All right. So what else can we do to make it more Christmassy? Red Clay Strays. They're so good. They're so good. Oh, what was the other thing I wanted to talk to you about while I'm waiting for that to dry? Oh my gosh. I know. Oh, everybody take a drink first. Yes, you do, Keely. Yes, you do. Okay, so, in my car, I have Sirius Radio. And, I think let's make the chimney red. Anyway, so I was listening to, and you know I read 70s at 7. That's what I listen to in my car. Anybody who rides in my car knows it. Anyway, so the DJ was talking about, like, we had listened to a song by like Foreigner or something like that. And he said, I had that song on a K-Tel record. Who remembers K-Tel records? We never owned any K-Tel records, but I saw lots of commercials for K-Tel records. They always had a compilation of different music. Oh my gosh. I just loved it so much. So then I just went down a rabbit hole of K-Tel records. I'm thinking I want some kind of red, maybe just some red berries. Right? Kay, come on, K-Tel records. I just died. See, do you hear him? He's quite tough when he's inside of the house. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave that one as is right now. 1972. Oh my gosh, there were some good songs in 1972. No way. Oh, I wonder if you go to Spotify, if they have K-Tel record, like there's got to be somebody who's made a playlist of K-Tel records. Oh my gosh. But I love that you can find them online. He was talking about how he, I thought this was so interesting. He was talking about how he found a guy online that did, that had a whole like space that was promotional, K-Tel record promotional posters that were on WKRP. I swear to God. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, You know what, Keels? I don't know. K-Tel Records, though, I was like, OMG. Let's see. Let's do that scallop again. I kind of really like that scallop. I want my scallops to be kind of wonky, all different. Some big, some tiny, some wide, some thin. I love that, love that, love that. So we could do, I could make this red. Stop, look how cute it is. Okay, and now I'm thinking, let's do it again. Let's do, so this little cottage has a double front door and then this little funky door up here. I'm thinking we make wreaths on all three of them. What do you think? I know. Are you totally thinking about K-Tel Records now? Come on. I was like, oh, OMG. So I think I'm going to do the same technique. We're going to make a circle of bigger dots of color. Right? Do you see that? And then I want to come back and, there, can you see that? Yeah, there we go. Then I'm going to come back and do some stippling dots to just thicken up my wreath, right? And then let's do what we did last time, where we take that other green pen and we add some other green in there for dimension. And we're going to do just kind of a variety of like bigger dots and littler dots and stippling dots and, you know, all the things, right? But then we're going to add some red dots to that, some little berries on there or ornaments or whatever we want, right? Keely, you asked me if, hi Nancy, you asked me if it was card making or art journaling, and I gave you a smarty answer. I just said art, and you know what? That wasn't very nice. I apologize. You know what? I'm thinking, let's do green right here, right? And this is a dark green. And this, I'm thinking, that doesn't show up as well as this wreath because this has that dark behind it. So I'm thinking, let's brighten that a little bit with some white. Some white, should have waited for everything to dry. And I'm thinking, I know. Sorry about that, Gil. Sorry about that. I was laying on the couch, well, reclining, hoping that my allergy medicine kicked in, and it does seem to be doing okay. Okay, so now, so we have this. Let's see. Where's the little house? Okay, so now we can come back and paint our, so we're doing all kinds of things here. Let's paint the hills or the trees green. Swear, right, Kay? God love Carlos. I love that he found it. I just, I know. I love the 21st century too. That we can find anything, we can, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Crazy, but the loveliest too. Okay, what did I do with my paintbrush? There we go. Maybe I'll find a little bit bigger paintbrush. I think this is a 6 or a 4. It was $4.95, but I can't see the number. Oh, number 4, right there. Okay, so I'm going to paint these kind of a lighter green first. Stop it. I think I might just do them all this color. Title. Oh, interesting. I have Spotify on my phone. Well, I have it on everything, but you know, it's kind of like everything. Every time there's an update, then you have to like update your password and update your blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I still need to do that. Because I was going to try and share our... Do you remember last year when we made playlists? I wanted to do that again or add to it or, you know, I don't know. Just kind of update the music. And our playlist can be everything. Because if you listen to my playlist, I mean, I have some playlists on my phone that are, you know, like Fleetwood Mac or ZZ Top or whatever. But then I have others that are just like a compilation. Like I have one called Right Now. I have one called Art on a Thursday. I've named them all crazy names. And some of them have a variety of artists. Some of them, like a K-Tel record. And some of them have all just one artist. I kind of like the ones that are all different. So that's how I was thinking of our and Corbiere-Scott Designs playlist. That it could be whatever we want. Everybody's favorite song. I think I made one last year for the retreat. And I think I made one, a stitching one, and an art, and Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs, like our art group, our art community. I did one for that group also. I have the B-52s, of course. It's called Black Cat Chickadee. I do love a chickadee. Yeah, you know what's so funny? I don't listen to my Spotify as often. My kid listens to his Spotify like every day, all day. But I I buy my music from Apple, which I'm sure there's some kind of sin in that. But I just do, and then I have it whenever. Like I can listen to it on the plane that way. Although they have started, you know how they play movies? You can also listen to music. It's all different. You can listen to podcasts. It's crazy. You can take a class. You just never know what you're going to find. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, I love this so much. This is going to be so dang cute with that little cottage. Okay, what's the opinion of Carlos and Kay of Wondering Why? Do you like it, or is it not your jam? I mean, I'm not offended. My name's not Red Clay Strays. I just like to be introduced to new music all the time. Everybody take a drink. I love that my paint is in the watercoloring world. When it starts to go like this. Do you see how this here? This is one. It's called a bloom, where it just kind of makes a kind of a water line, and it kind of separates a little bit. I love them. Purists don't. But I love them. They're kind of a point of pride for me. I love blooms too, of all kinds. Oh my gosh, I was at, so you know I went to Trader Joe's last week. Okay, thank you so much. Is he a 70s purist? What's his style? So once this is all the way dry, I have a cheap iron that I bought for art, and I will just put this in between a folded piece of copy paper, whatever, and just iron it flat. Sometimes I like it wrinkly, but sometimes I think you can make a little effort, Anne. Right? I like the blooms because they just give everything like this little bit of dimension. Do you know what I mean? So there's so many cool things that you can do to like make everything a little bit more, to elevate it just a little bit more artsy. So a couple of things. Well, my fingerprints are right there. A couple of things. So once this is done once I'm done painting this and it's completely dry, I could do a couple of things. I could, remember when we did the card from the Mix and Mingle art printable, and I did some stencil work on top of oh, good thinking. Well, yes, absolutely, Keels. Absolutely. I think because those yearbooks were made of such, like, that paper is heavy. The book in general is heavy. I have dictionaries all over my house. You know that. Okay. So, a couple of things. So once this is all dry, right? I like the way it looks right now. I like that this tree happens to be a little bit darker and there's little dark areas over here. I like all of that dimension. So a couple of things. So once it's dry, we could do the ink blending with a stencil on top. That adds some cool dimension and just cool visual interest. Oh, and I was going to tell you, so when I got I got a couple of new stencils because, you know, I needed them. I told that to Keely the other day and she was like, yeah, you did. Anyway, I used the one that's called Thick and Thin, Thick Thin, here we go. Thick Thin Writing, right? So, I could do this, or look at this other one I got, because, you know, I had to buy more than one, please. Look at this one. It's called, I wrote it down. Something Circles. Circle Fest. That might be kind of cool, right? With a little bit of ink blending on top of that. Or I could just leave it the way it is. Oh, that's cool. I love that he loves all kinds of music. Valerie and I were just having this whole conversation about, like, I like all kinds of music. I like all kinds of Christmas music. I love, do you know what I mean? Like, I will listen to anything. I was talking about that. So I had this, I remember buying it in like 1982. I had this cassette tape that was Motown Christmas music. And oh my gosh, I wore that cassette tape out. I loved it so much. Then I bought it on a CD. Now I have those songs on my Apple Music playlist. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. So, okay, so we have all these different things, right? So we could add this, we could fussy cut this and add this house. We could add more than one. We could zhuzh this up a little bit more, right? We could add this house. Like, I'm feeling like those roof tiles, like, what could we do with those, right? We have this guy, we could add this guy, right? So we have that. We have, oh, what am I doing on time? I'm over, like always. So we have these text houses. So what if we did a different kind of wreath on these? So I'm going to take the matte hop green, and you know, you can see that this is the roof and this is the house part, right? So let's just do this. Round. Let that dry. See if I can dry. Because that's showing up better than the dots. And then we could do a little bit of this gel pen. We could do some, yep, that's cute. And try that. And then what if we did a bow? We could do a bow at the bottom of the wreath. Prime, 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 prime. That's going to take some work. Okay. So let's do the center. We could do the edges of the bow. The tails hanging down. Just keep priming that. Stop. Look at how cute it is. Then once it's dry, I can add some little white highlights to kind of give it a little more definition. Anyway, I'm way over now. Sorry about that, you guys. I just get on a roll and I can't stop myself. I can do, there we go. These are kind of like whiskers, that's how I always think of them. Look how cute is that gonna be? How cute is that gonna be on a card? Or a gift tag, or who knows. I just like making all the fodder, and then when it's time to assemble things, I have all of this stuff that I kind of started already. Come on. How dang cute is that? Oh my gosh. I love it, love it, love it. So I hope that you will play. And we haven't even really, I only painted the poinsettia, but I have all kinds of plans for her. Because it is National Poinsettia Day. So, like, I want to paint these green and these yellow, and then who knows what other zhuzhing up I could do. Something. I'm sure I'll do something. I adore you all. Thank you so much for hanging with me, even when I went way over. And I hope that you celebrate National Gingerbread Day and National Poinsettia Day by painting, by filling something with color, right? Do it. You'll be so happy. You'll be so happy. So don't forget to open your newsletter tomorrow. Oh my gosh. And I totally forgot this last thing. So Jeff was just in Puerto Rico, you know, and he always brings me something. Do you want to see what he brings me? A hotel notepad and a hotel pen. Hotel Rumbow. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. You know, I love me a hotel notepad and a hotel pen. Anywho, Go out and have a tremendous Thursday. I adore you all. Thank you so, so much. Bye, everybody.